job of replacing Dale Earnhardt behind the wheel of this machine after Earnhardt was tragically killed at Daytona in February 2001. Harvick stepped in and in just his third race with the team took a memorable victory at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. He's half a lap from establishing racing legend for himself. The final corner, and 300,000 fans are on their feet at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The checkered flag is in sight, and the California kid, Kevin Harvick, wins the 10th Brickyard.
One more time around. Kyle Busch missed the first 11 races of the season with a broken leg and a broken foot after an accident at Daytona.
It's by 20.
Down the backstretch. His closest competitor, just a dot in the rearview mirror. Through 3 and 4. No one has battled through as much pain and had as much perseverance as 30-year-old Kyle Busch. Tonight he earns his first Cup title. Kyle Busch, the 2015 NASCAR Sprint Cup champion.
Oh my God!
I can't believe nobody's pulled out. I can't believe Casey Kane hasn't pulled out. Because Casey's, I mean, he needs to be going for the win.
Yes.
It's not a point steal for him. Or Kurt Busch.
Fans cheering at Talladega. Earnhardt Jr. leads last lap.
Outside.
Vickers wants to go. It getting a little wider.
There he goes.
Junior.
Down.
Oh, no! There's hits
25. Hook to 48. It takes out Earnhardt and Jimmy Johnson.
Caution is out. The leaders had already taken the white flag.
So is it going to be the 25 or the 9?
There are 19 scoring loops around the track. NASCAR will use scoring loops and videotape to determine the race winner. The checkered flag is out. Checkers and yellow out at Talladega.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Not going to be a popular win for the 25. It is.
Ray Evernham.
They come into the restart zone. Kyle Larson, the outside. Carl Edwards on the inside. Green flag back in the air. They're blocking. Good going down low. Carl Edwards into the wall. He got tagged by the 22.
Yellow.
Big hits by the 19. And the caution comes back out again.
That is exactly what we saw Joey Logano was going to try to do. Big fire of the 78. But that is what we thought was going to happen. Obviously, the wreck isn't what we thought. Martin Truex Jr. needs to get out of this race car.
Very aggressive on the restart. The flames rolling out from underneath the hood of the 78. Red flag comes out. Martin Truex Jr. is out of the car. Huge contact for the 19 of Carl Edwards. First it was the inside wall, then he was hit by another car.
The 22 gets a big run. Carl sees him coming. He goes to block. 22 does not slow up, stays in the throttle. Big wreck. If he doesn't turn left, Joey Logano's next to him entering turn 1. He's in the middle of 3 wide. Worst possible scenario for Carl. Carl turns left, trying to block a championship on the line. Joey's there in a big wreck, and I don't blame Carl Edwards.
Not at all.
He had to block. That's what he had to try to do.
But I don't blame Joey Logano, because if he lifts with 10 to go, it's over. He's lost the championship right there. He didn't hit the 19 in the bumper. He was inside the left rear bumper cover of the 19 of Carl Edwards. You see, he's walking it off. It's just the frustration. It's the size of the moment. A championship.
Fans on their feet. White flag is out. Next time for a white flag. My mistake. No, that was the white flag lap. This is the final lap. Starter never waved the white flag. Final lap. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to lead 193 of 400 laps. The American and checkered flags out at Dover. Earnhardt Jr. wins.
Tony Sr., heck of a job.
The checkered flag.
Got to wait till they clear this traffic. There he is. He's got them down on the bottom. He slides up a little bit.
White flag is out.
Clear. One to go. Come on. Here's your
Harvick
mark.
gets the
Here's your
lead as
mark,
they
buddy.
take the white flag. Right now, Tony Stewart still the odd man out. Kyle Busch will get one more shot through 3 and 4. Harvick won here last night. He's already clinched a spot in the chase for the next Cup. Kevin Harvick off of 4. Harvick sweeps at Bristol. At Richmond.
Where are we, Bill?
We're Richmond.
You big
I got
dummy.
too excited. Got too excited.
Go ahead. You can give him 1-2.
Come on, BP.
You big dummy.
Thank you.
He's doing what he's doing. He's just mirror driving all over the racetrack.
Oh, trouble. Elliott Sadler over 1.5 and on his roof. Now the car tumbling hard onto the pavement in turn 3. Caution is out. A terrible crash.
Could be.
Yeah, could be.
He could be trying to dodge that 8 car.
Car flew in the air a long ways before it hit anything.
And now the banking kicks the car back to the left.
You see the contact, yeah.
And there you see the car.
And there he makes contact. He comes down trying to get in front of Kurt Busch. They make contact. And watch that thing fly. And there it lands on that road you talked about.
And then when it gets onto the racetrack again, takes another nasty flip. Watch this hit.
Oh, that's the hard one right here.
Oh, man.
Oh, they all look pretty hard.
Yeah, they do. I don't want to be in there in any of them. Man.
And like I said, that car really held up well.
And here he comes out the window.
Oh, that's great.
Easy does it. Yeah, don't cut yourself.
Oh, that's good to see.
To help Bobby Hamilton to the front.
The white flag is up. Final lap at Talladega. Who's it going to be? Labonte, Earnhardt Jr., Stewart, or maybe somebody out of the pack? Look at this move by Jr. at the white flag.
And Tony Stewart goes with Jr.
Coming with you. 20's with you.
Labonte blocks Bobby Hamilton.
Cannot believe the Toyota.
Oh, contact. Bobby Labonte's over. It's the big wreck on the final lap. They're racing back for the win. Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Stewart are side by side. This is for the victory as Jeff Burton gets in the middle of it. At least 10 cars involved in the wreck on the backstretch. Burton and Stewart are side by side. That's all Earnhardt Jr. needs to see. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has won the $1 million bonus here at Talladega.
Easier at his corner because there's a big crash on the back straightaway.
The big crash happened on the final lap. Racing for the win. Bobby Labonte's car upside down. Ricky Craven just climbed from his car. Terry Labonte driving back around. Dave Burns.
Alan, the 18 crew heard a radio transmission from Bobby Labonte that he was okay. We understand now he is out of his car, so they're going to pick up here. They know Bobby's okay.
Yeah, we are looking at him now, Dave. He has climbed from the car. Good news.
And one of those wheels are still spinning. And Ricky Craven climbed from his car and just sat down. There you see him sitting on the ground. Wow.
Ricky Rudd trying to make it around to the finish line. Dale Jarrett hasn't come around. Robert Presley, Ward Burton, Buckshot Jones, Johnny Benson.
And Ricky
other
Rudd
cars
did not
involved.
make it. Not gonna make it.
Squire here, pleased, honored, humbled to be beside two of the all-time greats in NASCAR championship racing. Ned Jarrett, son there, I guess you know BJ from other opportunities, huh?
Yes.
All right. Well, here's the story. Here's the fella that won the all-time biggest victory in the history of this race in 1965. The second generation, three-time winner on this racetrack, both national champions joining us in the booth tonight. Real special occasion. What do you think of the old place this evening?
Well, it hasn't changed a lot as far as the racetrack itself is concerned, chewing up the tires just like it has from way back in the early days. Really, I'll have to clarify there just a little bit, Ken, because the tires were so hard when I raced here in 1965. When we won the race, we didn't have to change tires too many times because the rubber was so hard on that tire, it just couldn't, even as abrasive as this racetrack is, it couldn't wear it off.
Lower spoiler, softer tires, get a good grip. DJ, about 30 seconds to green. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what these drivers wanted. They've got their hands full out there tonight. It's going to be a long 500 miles. A lot of adjustments made on these cars before they go back to green here.
And Keselowski has led from the outset. Heretofore, he's only led 4 laps, but he's right back in front. Second time out with a green flag start. Down into 1 and 2. The old turn 4 that leaps out at you as you look down that straightaway and head into turn number 3. Wide open here. Up here is where Ryan Newman, just 6 laps ago, 360, picked it up and keeps on going. And the other car that's made the big move tonight, Larson, went way back, came all the way into the top 10, and he's still running.
Well, he made
right
that
back
pit stop
up in there
during that first caution flag.
Yep.
And of course, those new tires, even though he had run only 6 laps on the first set of tires, it's amazing at what speed you can get out of new tires.
Yeah, it really makes a big difference. And Larson, one of those drivers on the outside looking in as far as the playoffs go. He needs a win here tonight or next week at Richmond. Has a very strong car tonight.
Indeed he does, and there's so many that are desperate to have themselves a good finish here this evening. Tony Stewart's currently running in the 12th position and now just picking up 11th. He's desperate to win tonight or at Richmond in the next outing here on NBC. To be in Darlington. They're all great races when you talk about the NASCAR Cup events, but when you come here to Darlington, this place at this time is a real treasure chest with all of this moving back through the years, bringing in people like these two gentlemen here, veterans of this speedway. Dale Jarrett, you know well, as a 3-time winner, and this fella is just incredible as far as I'm concerned. The great Ned Jarrett, one of the best broadcasters in the game. Gentlemen, what have we say? What, 101 laps completed so far before we got a caution?
Rare
Pretty
here
good
at
race.
Darlington.
Yeah.
Very, very rare here at Darlington most of the time because of the close quarters, basically a one-groove racetrack. You're going to have drivers touching each other or cutting each other off or whatever the case might be, and cautions come out. But they've been driving well tonight. The cars are handling good, I guess, is one way that they've been able to avoid those spinouts.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of scrapes with the wall, but very, very minor. And as slick as the track is, I would have expected more.
Back for the start. Underway. And the man who dominated this race from the outset now finds himself back in 5th position. Harvick led every lap until this.
White flag in the air one more time around Daytona.
11, on the bottom. Here he comes.
They're side by side for second. 2-car length lead for Dale Earnhardt Jr. as they work their way through 1 and 2, and down the backstretch they go. Junior blocking the lower line. Does that give the advantage to the 48? Junior jumps up in front of Jimmy Johnson. To the bottom of the racetrack, Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to stay in front of the pack. They work their way through 3 and 4. Into the triangle they come. Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the bottom of the track. Jr. will win at Daytona. And the big one happens behind them.
Oh my God.
Of Austin Dillon into the catch fence. All the crews getting out to that car to assist these drivers. Thumbs going up from all the crew members, and the crowd roars. Look at the catch fence on the front straight. Members pulling. Austin Dillon out. He's walking. The damage to the 4 of Kevin Harvick. What an incredible sight to see Austin Dillon walking away from that 3 car that is demolished. The overtime line.
Half lane higher.
Larson looking to the high side. This time by.
Perfect lap.
White flag in the air. One more time around from Miami. Jimmy Johnson has never won at Homestead Miami Speedway, but he's never been in a position where he's had to win for a championship. Down the backstretch he goes. A half a lap away from the championship. Jimmy Johnson through 3 and 4. Make room. Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ. Jimmy Johnson wins his 7th NASCAR Sprint Cup championship.
You are looking at 7-time champion, Sprint NASCAR champion, Jimmy Johnson. I don't even know what to say.
Basically a 175-mile-an-hour game of cat and mouse.
So normally the race is who can go the fastest and win. This race is who can go the slowest and win. I mean, it's such a reversal.
Oh, the 22
might be out of fuel.
Potentially out of fuel. You see him shaking as he goes down Long Pond straightaway. He's run out of fuel. What does the 18 do now?
Get to the top.
You know what he does? He goes, man, I wish I was saving gas this whole time. He still has to make 2.5 more laps.
They're on the same strategy. Can the 18 make it? So Joey Logano runs out of fuel going down Long Pond straightaway. 1 lap to go. The white flag in the air for the 18's out. And he's very slow. He's trying to make it all the way around. He might be slowing way down just to let the guy behind him catch up, because it's Matt Kenseth who was 16 seconds behind him.
He has 15 seconds. He can push the clutch in, coast when he can. But Jeff, I don't see it accelerating off the corner. I think he's completely out of fuel.
He's out.
He's shaking it, trying to get gas. The guy behind him, Matt Kenseth, could steal it.
Stay on the track. Stay on the track. 16 seconds.
Yeah, stay on the track. You can't use the access road. You have to stay on the racetrack. If you use the access road, you shortcut the corner.
But here comes Matt Kenseth, the yellow car coming up behind him. Matt Kenseth could steal this one away, or he's got Brad Keselowski behind him that could take it as well if Matt Kenseth can't hang on. Kenseth takes the lead away.
Kyle Busch will not make it back to the start-finish line. He will not make it.
Matt Kenseth has a win already this year, has won twice at Pocono. Can he add to those numbers? Will he have enough fuel?
Good job, buddy.
Matt Kenseth is going to win at Pocono.
Yeah, that is great.
The question now is, how bad will the damage be for Kyle Busch? That's the question.
Awesome job, guys.
When we talk about pit strategies and fuel strategies, it's not always clear who's going to be the winner. A lot can happen at 2.5 miles. Matt Kenseth doing donuts on the front stretch.
Joe Gibbs racing again. Oh, around goes the 20.
Keep coming, shut through.
Kenseth around, out in front of the field. The 41 has damage. Joey Logano clears him, but the 2, incredible damage on the 2 of Brad Keselowski. And Kenseth Cleared by Logano, maybe no. Kenza takes him out. Logano into the wall. Caution comes out and the crowd roars.
Talked about it after what we saw a couple weeks ago. I was the first to say I never expected that to happen out of the 20 car.
What just took place?
Clearly, the 22 is lapping the 20, and 20 obviously intentionally wrecked him. And like what happened the week before was more than 2 weeks before was more than it should have been, and just flat wrecked him.
Matt Kenseth already not having the day that he wanted to have.
Oh, Jamie with a good run off turn 2. That's as good as you could hope for.
Side by side for the lead as they go into 3. McMurray a little higher through 3 and 4. The advantage to the 24. White flag in the air one more time around for Gordon. Jeff Gordon looking for a storybook ending to the 2015 season. Out of 3 and 4. This win's going to punch his ticket to the championship 4. Gordon wins in Martinsville.
Yeah, that's how you fight. That's how you do it. That was huge. That was huge. God, I love you guys. Great job. Way to hang in there. That's what I'm talking about. Fight and dig it, boys. That's what we do.
Been a boisterous crowd.
Burn that baby down! Burn that baby down!
And I believe this crowd got what they wanted tonight. A lock for the Hall of Fame. Jeff Gordon in his final season in the Sprint Cup Series gets win number 93 on his career, and more importantly, he moves into a position where he could get his 5th championship. Sunoco continues to fuel victories. And Jeff Gordon might be celebrating as much as we've ever seen. Racetrack that has been so good for Rick Hendrick. The winningest team ever at Martinsville. And it's been fueled by that man, Jeff Gordon. 9 wins at this racetrack. Jimmy Johnson smiles and hugs. There's been 93 wins for Jeff Gordon, but maybe none sweeter than this one.
Behind him, desperately trying to keep him behind him. He runs so good through the corner, he lets him get a run on him down the straightaway.
Michael Waltrip dives underneath Bobby Labonte. They bump on the backstretch. Waltrip to second. Elliott Sadler and Rusty Wallace with him.
Coming behind you.
Now 2 team cars race in the 1 and 2 positions.
That's who Dale needs to see in his rearview mirror right now. That's the best thing he can see.
But a white flag
Michael Waltrip blocked for Dale Jr. Will he try to win the race himself? White flag is out. Final lap at Daytona. 180,000 on their feet, screaming wildly. 2.5 miles to go.
Just exactly the opposite of the Daytona 500. It was 15 and 8. Elliott Sadler is trying to keep Bobby Labonte behind. He can't do it. But he does move down in front of Rusty Wallace on that fast line.
All clear.
Bobby Labonte looking for some help, trying to get up there. His teammate Tony Stewart has never answered the black flag.
And they're 4 wide back between the Wallace boys.
Here they come, turn 4, final lap of the Pepsi 400. Michael Waltrip in second, but it's going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. using lessons learned from his father to go from 6th to 1st and score the victory in the Pepsi 400.
That's unbelievable.
Yes!
That man behind you did it for
Yes!
you. You guys celebrate. You love you, man. You did it.
That was beautiful. Very, very nice.
Junior, you're happy.
All right,
Look at that smile. Wow.
I don't think there's anybody here that didn't want to see that.
Sentimental favorite, emotional favorite. Earlier in the broadcast, we talk among ourselves. Some of the moves he made on the track today looked like his father behind the wheel.
I am speechless.
Tears and cheers.